In the ashes of World War II, a new force emerged that would forever change the face of warfare. The birth of nuclear capabilities, epitomized by the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, heralded the start of the nuclear age. This nuclear power, a force of potential cataclysmic destruction, also became a symbol of national might and prestige. The advent of this technology set the stage for a new kind of global contest, one where the stakes were higher than ever before. In the heart of the Cold War, Russia inherited a formidable legacy from the former Soviet Union. This inheritance was not merely in terms of territory or ideology, but something far more potent and far-reaching: nuclear technology. This was a time when the world was still reeling from the devastating impacts of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the very word nuclear sent chills down the spine of humanity. As the 1950s dawned, the Soviet Union was already a nuclear powerhouse, having detonated its first atomic bomb, RDS-1, a few years earlier. But it was the next step in nuclear technology that truly marked Russia's entry into the nuclear age. In August 1953, the Soviet Union, now Russia, conducted its first successful test of a hydrogen bomb, also known as a thermonuclear bomb. This was a significant leap, as hydrogen bombs are far more powerful than atomic bombs. The successful test was codenamed Joe 4, and it sent shockwaves around the world, both literally and figuratively. The event was monumental in several ways. First, it demonstrated Russia's technological prowess and progress. It was no longer just another country with nuclear capabilities. It had joined the United States in the exclusive club of nations with thermonuclear technology. This was a clear indication of Russia's commitment to maintaining its power and sovereignty on the global stage. But this test was not just about showcasing technological advancement, it was a statement, a declaration of intent. It marked Russia's firm entry into the nuclear age and the beginning of an intense rivalry. This rivalry would come to define much of the second half of the 20th century, a period known as the Cold War. The nuclear race between the United States and Russia was on, and the world held its breath, caught in a state of fear and tension. This successful test marked Russia's firm entry into the nuclear age, and the beginning of an intense rivalry. The Cold War was not just a battle of ideologies but of technological prowess, and nowhere was this more evident than in the nuclear arms race. The mid-20th century marked a critical point in history, where the world watched as two superpowers, Russia and the United States, engaged in a high-stakes game of nuclear one-upmanship. The nuclear race was on, and it was a sprint that no one wanted to lose. In the aftermath of World War II, Russia, inheriting the nuclear legacy of the Soviet Union, was keen on demonstrating its technological capabilities and strategic might. In August 1953, they successfully tested a hydrogen bomb, sending a clear message to the world about their nuclear prowess. Meanwhile, the United States, already a nuclear power, was not standing still. It was a relentless pursuit of advancement, a relentless pursuit of power. The American soil bore witness to multiple nuclear tests, each more potent than the last, as they sought to maintain their nuclear superiority. This escalating competition between Russia and the United States amplified global tensions to an unprecedented degree. The world watched in trepidation as these two giants flexed their nuclear muscles. Every new development, every successful test, was a grim reminder of the destructive power that these nations wielded. The nuclear race was not just about stockpiling weapons, it was about demonstrating power, instilling fear, and maintaining a delicate balance. The world was their chessboard, and each move they made was calculated, strategic, and potentially deadly. The impact of this nuclear race was far-reaching. It dictated global politics, influenced international relations, and shaped the course of history. The fear and tension it generated were palpable, transforming the world into a stage for this high-stakes game between two nuclear superpowers. The nuclear race not only fortified arsenals but also fortified fear and tension, making the world a chessboard for these two nuclear superpowers. As we delve deeper into the history of Russia's nuclear development, we'll see how this race not only shaped Russia's nuclear policies, but also had profound implications on global security and stability. While many nations sought nuclear alliances, Russia chose a different path. In the unfolding drama of nuclear proliferation, Russia emerged as a unique player. During the mid-20th century, when the world was divided into power blocks, Russia decided to steer its own course. Instead of seeking alliances or partnerships with other nuclear powers, Russia embarked on a journey of nuclear independence. This decision was not a simple one. Nor was it taken lightly. It was born out of the ashes of the Second World War and the early days of the Cold War. Russia, having inherited nuclear technology from the former Soviet Union, had a firm foundation upon which to build. Yet the road to nuclear independence was fraught with challenges. There were technical hurdles, political obstacles, and the ever-looming threat of international backlash. But Russia, undeterred by these challenges, pressed on. The nation's leaders believed that an independent nuclear program was essential to maintaining their sovereignty and national security. They viewed nuclear capability not just as a means of defense, but also as a symbol of national pride and technological prowess. Russia's nuclear independence had far-reaching implications. It reinforced the nation's standing as a global superpower, capable of defending its interests without relying on the support of other nations. It also sent a clear message to the world: Russia was not to be underestimated. This path of independence was not without its consequences. It led to tensions with other nations, particularly the United States, and contributed to the arms race that defined much of the Cold War. Yet despite these challenges, Russia remained steadfast in its commitment to nuclear independence. In many ways, Russia's decision to independently develop its nuclear capabilities was a defining moment in the nation's history. It demonstrated a willingness to forge its own path, even in the face of immense pressure and uncertainty. It also showcased the nation's technological capabilities and its determination to protect its sovereignty at all costs. This path of independence has not only shaped Russia's nuclear policy, but also its position on the world stage. The ripple effects of Russia's nuclear development have been felt far beyond its borders. This power has not only influenced the nation's standing on the world stage, but also significantly altered regional and global balances. The dynamics of international relations have transformed, with Russia's nuclear capabilities serving as a catalyst for change. In the regional landscape, countries in close proximity to Russia have had to grapple with the reality of their neighbors' nuclear prowess. This has led to a delicate balancing act, as these nations work tirelessly to maintain stability and prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. The challenges they face are multifaceted, ranging from diplomatic negotiations to defense strategies. On a global scale, Russia's nuclear arsenal has reshaped the world order. It has forced nations near and far to reconsider their own security measures and foreign policies. The presence of such a powerful force has necessitated a constant vigilance and a proactive approach to international diplomacy. Moreover, these developments have also influenced military strategies worldwide. Countries have had to adapt their defense mechanisms and military tactics in response to the evolving nuclear landscape. This has led to a significant shift in the way wars are fought and peace is maintained. Yet, there's another side to this coin. The global community has also been prompted to engage in discussions around nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. Russia's nuclear capabilities have served as a stark reminder of the devastating potential of such weapons, spurring collective efforts towards a safer, nuclear weapon-free world. The power of Russia's nuclear arsenal has had far-reaching implications, influencing political and military developments around the globe. It has changed the way nations interact, negotiate, and strategize, shaping the world as we know it today. This underlines the importance of understanding the history and development of nuclear capabilities, not just in Russia, but across the world, as we continue to navigate the complexities of the nuclear age. The story of Russia's nuclear development is a vital piece of the global nuclear narrative. This tale begins in the early 1950s when Russia, emerging from the shadows of the former Soviet Union, took its first steps into the nuclear age. With the successful test of a hydrogen bomb in 1953, Russia declared its nuclear capabilities to the world, stepping firmly onto the stage of global power. This announcement ignited a nuclear race, a high-stakes game of technological one-upmanship with the United States. This tense rivalry, a hallmark of the Cold War era, pushed both nations to amass formidable arsenals of nuclear weapons, casting a shadow of fear and tension across the globe. As the world watched this escalating rivalry with bated breath, Russia decided to walk a path of nuclear independence. Unwilling to ally with either major power, it chose to develop its nuclear capabilities alone, demonstrating a fierce commitment to its sovereignty. The ripple effects of Russia's nuclear decisions have been felt far and wide. Its formidable nuclear arsenal has tipped regional and global scales, posing a significant challenge to maintaining stability and preventing the spread of nuclear weapons. The potency of Russia's nuclear capabilities remains inextricably linked to the world's political and military developments. As the world continues to grapple with the issues of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation, understanding Russia's nuclear history remains vital in shaping the future of nuclear power.